Good morning, great morning, wonderful morning, spectacular morning, outstanding morning, magnificent morning, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious morning. Yes, again, the beautiful reminder of choice that you have, that I have, that we all have. Remember, that's your greatest power. And with that greatest power that you have, if you use it, you can lead your life into a realm of magnificent possibilities. But see, this is where you must use this power. This is where you've got to use what's within you. Remember, it always runs like this: as within, so without. Your outer world is a reflection of what's happening in your inner world. When you change the inner world, what changes? The outer world. And that's what we invite you to step into for your life. That's everything that we do here at Elevitality. That's what I've done for myself. That's what Dolly's done for herself. And together we both learned from who we feel and believe was the best of the best. That was Bob Proctor. And from him, we used what he shared with us. And everything that you see here in terms of what has emerged is the information, the way that we share it. And again, the most important thing with regards to all of this information that we're sharing is that you use it, because if you don't, guess what? It's not going to affect your life. Now, what have we been studying? We've been studying this beautiful gem here. There is no such thing as self-sabotage. And if you don't have a copy of this, make sure you do get a copy of it. And also share with other people as well. This here, this big, beautiful gem right here, is a magnificent instrument that completely decimates, destroys, obliterates the idea that you are your own worst enemy, that you're battling against yourself, that you've got to get out of your own way. Oh my God, that one drives me nuts. Or that you are self-sabotaging. It's all a lie. You are not battling against yourself. You are not your own worst enemy. You don't have to get out of the way. You actually have to get in the way. And for sure, you're not self-sabotaging. So, with that being said, make sure that you internalize that, because what happens when you start thinking the way that's being shared in this beautiful gem here, what happens is a lot of the guilt and the shame gets released from your shoulders. And the next thing you know is you're free from the tyranny of second causes. You're free from what other people say or even the things that you have done, and you're able to move forward and create a new experience. So again, make sure that you use it. And then also one other announcement too as well. There's still one space available for our retreat. It's happening tomorrow, and it's not too late if it's been calling out to you. So make sure you reach out to us if you'd like to attend that. All right, so let's go into this, shall we? Let's go into where we are in this beautiful book. Go ahead and click on the button here. And where we are is in the chapter of the will. Now, remember the story I shared with you about what Bob told me about making change. I said, I want this to happen. I want it to happen quickly. And then he said, Troy, you must focus. You must concentrate. And then he said, there's no other way but through the will. See, that's what it's going to be for you when it comes to your dreams. You're not going to get there with scattered attention. So if you want this to be made manifest in your life as an outcome, as a result, what you've got to do is you've got to focus. You've got to rid yourself of this habit, which is what we're going to dive into. Now, I'm going to go up right above this, and I want you all to underline this. What you concentrate on, you bring into being. As a matter of fact, write that in your notes in the first person. Go ahead, write it down. What I concentrate on, I bring into being. And then go ahead and type that in the comments too as well. What I concentrate on, what I hold on the screen of my mind, either knowingly or unknowingly, I bring into being. Now, let's use that for this. If this is what you are concentrating on, if this is what you are one with, guess what you will bring into being? You will bring into being this idea. It will take shape in your outer world. All of the plots, plans, dramas, situations, they will activate and then show up as results. Now, the challenge, though, is the challenge of scattered attention. That's what's referred to as squirrelitis, where your mind is all over the place. Well, here we're going to address that. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Notifications, emails, and endless to-do lists constantly compete for your attention. Most people find it difficult to concentrate on one thing for even a few minutes, let alone maintain focus on a long-term goal. Now, how many of you relate to this? How many of you are actually experiencing that? You're having a difficult time focusing and you're being drawn in by everything that's happening around you, even maybe even your past. Type in the comments, yeah, that's me, if that's you. Remember, we're not here to reinforce that. We're just here identifying that. Now, the big question is, why is this? Why is this? Well, it's not because you're dumb. It's not because you're stupid. It's not because you don't know better, because you do. It's just because of habit. Yes, the habit of distraction. That's all it is. It's just a habit. See, if you are scatterbrained, okay, if you have this constant movement of being distracted and it's something that automatically happens, it's just a habit. Type that in the comments. It's just a habit. And habits can change. Remember, they're not a fixed condition of things. You can weed them out and you can replace them. You can plant new seeds, new patterns. And that applies for any habit that you have. And it also applies to any habit that you would want to create. Now, again, really think about that because this is a principle that we're talking about. This is something that ties to something you have in you that you can change simply by using your mind, by mastering your mind. When your attention is habitually scattered, it becomes challenging to channel your will effectively. This is why developing the discipline of focus is so critical. Underline that. Developing the discipline of focus is critical. Here it says so critical, but it's okay. You'll get it as you type it in. As a matter of fact, type that in the comments. The discipline of focus is critical. It's through a powerful will that you can achieve remarkable outcomes in a short period of time. In a very short period of time. I'm going to read that again. When your attention is habitually scattered, it becomes challenging to channel your will effectively. This is why developing the discipline of focus is so critical. It is through a powerful will that you can achieve remarkable outcomes in a short period of time. Write that in the first person. It is through a powerful will that I can achieve remarkable outcomes in a short period of time. See, here is where the rubber meets the road. This is where you get to decide how things are going to proceed for you. Now, again, right now, you might have that habit of your attention being scattered all over the place. Maybe you even have a habit of procrastination. And maybe right now, as we're talking about this, you're feeling uncomfortable going, oh my God, how am I going to do that? How am I going to get good at having a strong, powerful will? You want it to happen, but then that discomfort's there. Why is this discomfort happening? Why is this struggle happening? Well, it's because your conditioning doesn't recognize the conclusion. See, this is where you get to move into the rule of repetition. How do you get good at anything? Practice. Do you start right now? by focusing. There's a beautiful exercise that Bob Proctor shared with me, which was absolutely amazing. And it's a wonderful way to strengthen your will. And it's very, very simple. And I highly recommend that all of you use this exercise and use it daily. And that is get a pen and then have your phone with you, or I should say your handheld computer, and then go find a nice, comfortable chair and then sit in that comfortable chair in the room you're in, wherever that room is, and then look across the wall and then find a spot and then get up and put a little dot on the wall. Nobody will know what it is. And then go back to your seat and then set your timer for 5 minutes and then turn it over so you can't see the time. And then sit down after you've set the timer and then look at the dot. Focus on the dot, then focus from the dot, become one with the dot. It's like that little Zen thing, become one with the dot. I know it sounds crazy, but it's really awesome. Now, you're going to find your mind going all over the place. Things will start happening inside your mind. Oh, I can do this. I got to do that. Oh, this is taking so long. Go back to the dot, go back to the dot, go back to the dot. Practice that. And then when the timer goes off, then go about your business and do whatever you're going to do. And if you'll do that 2 to 3 times a day and spread it out, eventually what will start happening is when you are starting to work on something, you find yourself moving around. If you've been practicing that, you're going to be saying, oh my gosh, wait a minute, this is the dot. This is just the same thing. I need to focus, go back, give attention to what it is that I'm doing. It's a magnificent tool that you could use. Now, before we proceed and go any further, for those of you who are watching this live stream and would love to watch the rest of these calls live and tap into the recordings, then go to elevitality.com and register